I used to think my life was a tragedy. Now I realize it's a comedy. Hello, everyone. I just got done seeing Joker in IMAX. This is a film that left me in awe. It's an amazing, unique, original take on the Joker's origin. I can't believe the guy did Starsky and Hutch in the Hangover trilogy and Old School did this film. Wow, is this film a breath of fresh air? If you're a Batman fan, a Joker fan, and just a cinephile, I highly recommend seeing Joker. This is a film. It's not only a great comic book film, this is just a great film, period. Joaquin Phoenix brings a unique take on the Joker. He's very different than any other incarnation. Joaquin Phoenix gives a superb performance as Arthur Fleck. This film really delves deep into mental illness and society. It relates to society in modern day. It's set in the 1980s in Gotham City. We get to see other people, other characters. You have Robert De Niro as this kind of like Johnny Carson figure. Yeah, Thomas Wayne in this is the senator from Dark Knight Rises. Yeah. And we also have Zazie Beetz as a love interest for Arthur and Frances Conroy as his mother. And this is a character that you empathize with, but is clearly going down a descent of darkness. I love this film. This is an amazing piece of cinema. The score is phenomenal. And pretty much without going into spoilers so far, that's pretty much what this film is. It's a character study. It's almost like an art house cinema film with this character becoming the iconic Joker. And this is grounded, much more grounded than the Dark Knight trilogy by Christopher Nolan. I love this. Another advantage it has, I never thought I would see a film that was an R-rated Joker film. When we finally got that, God, I love it. I absolutely love this film. The cinematography is amazing. Everything's shot on location in New York City and the surrounding areas, and I love that. There's no green screen, there's no jokes. No, this is a heavy film, and it's not for the faint of heart. I love this. Joaquin Phoenix manages to kind of resemble different versions of the Joker we've seen in the past while also creating something entirely original. He also has an unpredictability that the character has in the comic books. Oh man, I give it a 5 out of 5 and an A+. And it's a film I highly recommend, the best film of 2019. Now, going into spoilers, for those who haven't seen it, I'm going to go over a spoiler discussion more in depth. So if you haven't seen Joker, you've been warned. I know there's some people online that are spoiling it. If you haven't seen it, go watch it. Let me know what you think down in the comments below. And yeah, if you have seen it, stay tuned. Let's talk about spoilers. I love Joaquin Phoenix. I cannot state this enough. He gets to play a damaged character in this. We feel empathy for him. His heart is coming from the right place. He's damaged. He has a laughing condition where he has uncontrollable laughter. And that took me off guard. It was a completely different take on the character. We get to see him like dressed as a clown promoting business and then getting jumped by a group of kids, him getting jumped later by a couple of freaking rich people on a train. Like, it's brutal. But then he crosses that threshold into basically committing violent acts towards other people. And we really get to see him unravel with his illness and just ultimately the society of Gotham. I've never seen a Gotham so corrupt ever before. And it's just crazy. I absolutely love how they introduce the character. It feels very much like a 1970s film. You could tell they took a lot of influence from Taxi Driver and King of Comedy in this. And it very much has kind of like a little bit of a Brian Azzarello Killing Joke vibe with like an abusive past and him being like a failed comedian to some degree. Zazie Beetz, yeah, I love their relationship. And then they pull a beautiful mind on us, man. She wasn't real. I mean, she was real, but he was imagining having a relationship with her. Like, that was fucked up. That caught me off guard. And that scene where he's in her apartment room, which is so terrifying. Like, holy shit. We also have Frances Conroy, who, of course, was an American Horror Story. Her relationship towards Arthur is endearing at the beginning, and then we get to see how warped this woman is, how warped Arthur's past was, his abusive past that led him to basically act this way, uncontrollable laughter, his anxiety, and ultimately his violent acts towards other people. A man can only take so much before he breaks. And that's what we see here. We get to see this man deal with society. This isn't like the past where Joker gets thrown into a vat of chemicals and becomes the Joker. No, society turns him into this individual. And holy shit, I enjoyed watching this film from beginning to end. The score is amazing. I love the composer of this film. She also did The Revenant and some other works. There's a lot of tension that remind me a little bit of Hans Zimmer's themes. There's also more kind of like dramatic, slower moments with violins. And Robert De Niro's character, he's an asshole, but I love him in this. Robert De Niro plays such a great character, and it all leads to like Arthur Fleck's kind of like deceptions, his imagination, his goals, and ultimately the catalyst for him becoming the Joker. Also, his friends at the place he worked at with the clowns, that was bad with the gun. That scene where he kills that guy in front of the midget was just nuts. Unpredictable, and I love it where he just like terrifies a little guy and he can't reach the door. Like there's some moments here, there's some very dark humor. That's all I'm gonna say. I love the soundtrack choices. The music goes very well. Oh man, this was like seeing a DC graphic novel come to life. And of course, that final showdown at the studio, I figured it'd be kind of like Dark Knight Returns from the trailer, but I love how they tied it into the Waynes. Even worked on the whole illegitimate son angle, which I think a comic book did a couple of years back. They did that where he was like Bruce Wayne's illegitimate brother. I may be wrong, but I'm pretty sure there's like a comic arc that did that. I like that, seeing a younger Bruce Wayne. It's a shame this is standalone because I would love to see a Batman movie from this, even though Joker would be much older. But I love that it's standalone. No franchise, no build up to something that will never be paid off. No, everything you get in this film, it's a beginning, middle, and an end, a complete story. And this is as perfect as a standalone Joker could get. Now, you may be wanting to see more of a comic book oriented film filled with more jokes. This is not that. This is not for the faint of heart. And there has been controversy surrounding this with gun violence. I think it's a scapegoat. It is a heavy film, but I think the reason why people are worried is you can see our modern day politics, our modern day society, and is it very hard to imagine a man becoming like the Joker? That's what makes him so scary. This is a very realistic take on the character in almost a V for Vendetta-esque type of way. Man, so many twists and turns that I did not see coming, and this is one of those films where I wasn't sure what to think of it. You know, it moves pretty fast. There's certain moments with in relationships with characters, but by the end of it, it just leaves you with a smile. You're like, that was an amazing movie. Ultimate anarchy towards the end to him becoming the full-fledged Joker. And yeah, this is the best film of 2019, and this is just a damn good film. This is an amazing film. Like, I'm just in awe over Joker. I love Joker, and Joaquin Phoenix needs to be nominated, and I think he should win the Academy Award for Best Actor. That's right. Now, for live action, I still kind of like Heath Ledger just a bit more, as well as Nicholson. And Mark Hamill, of course, is the gold standard, but Joaquin Phoenix is up there, man. It made me forget about Jared Leto. Like, yeah, he obliterated the living shit out of that incarnation. This Joker is an amalgam of sorts, well, something completely new and original. And I just love it. I love it. Great directing from Todd Phillips, bringing this type of acting out from the actors. And it's not every day you see a standalone film like this. If this is a start of a DC Black Label for standalone films, bring it on. I love this. As cool as it would be to connect to Batman, it does have nods to Batman. Hell, even Bruce Wayne, when he met Arthur Fleck, went down a pole and it was kind of like Adam West, you know, the Batcave. There are certain nods to different Jokers, you know, the diary, the little sunflower, kind of like a squirting flower thing he had. And the look of him was like an amalgam of Nicholson with like the suit and then kind of like the hair of Heath Ledger. Oh man, this is amazing. 5 out of 5 and an A+. I highly recommend Joker. Right now, those are my spoiler thoughts. I love it. Like that was brutal seeing Robert De Niro killed in that way. And I love what he said about society and Gotham. They made Thomas Wayne out to be like a jerk in this, man. He was a jerk, and it fed into the origin. They even had Zorro the Gay Blade there now. It wasn't Marco Zorro with Tyrone Power. They probably did that because of the time period. That was cool. That was a nod to the Batman origin of his parents and him seeing Zorro in the theater. I love how they tied in Batman's origin to this origin of the Joker, you know? Man, this movie took a risk, and it paid off. There needs to be more films like this in an age of reboots, remakes, sequels, cookie cutter, kind of like comic book films with a lot of noise, jokes every 5 minutes. This is a breath of fresh air. This is what Warner Brothers should be doing. I want to see not just dark films. We had Shazam this year. I want to see light stuff like Shazam and stuff like Joker, and they can all coexist. It doesn't have to be the same universe. I just want good stories and good films. And this delivered. I highly recommend it. And yeah, I'm going to go see this again. Let me know down in the comments below what moments were your favorite moments. What moments took you by surprise? Did you love this film? Did you hate it? It's not going to be for everyone, but just let me know down in the comments below. I love to read your comments. Let's start a discussion. Talk about the controversy surrounding the film. And just let me know what your favorite incarnation of the Joker is. You know, who's your favorite Joker? You can also check out these videos on my channel and subscribe for more videos. Till next time.